Hi everyone, I'm Sarah from Everyday Starlet. Welcome to my channel. Today we are all about the brows, people. I have done actually quite a few videos about brow products and they always end up being some of my most popular videos. So obviously you guys are feeling brows as much as I'm feeling brows, which is cool because you know what? Brows gotta be on fleek, people. I feel like I'm too old to say that. Is on fleek still a thing? Probably not. And probably only people as old as me are saying on fleek. Never mind. Anyway, basically I did a different brow product every day. I filmed it so you guys could kind of get like a mini review and just see how it looks on my skin tone and my skin color and my brows and everything. So hopefully it'll help you see if it's something that you think you would want to invest in. So if you want to see my brow product collection and which products are good and which ones not so much, then just keep watching. Okay, so today is my first brow product, and today I'm actually going to try the Hourglass Brow Sculpting Pencil, and this is in Platinum Blonde. I bought this originally because of Pretty Shiny Sparkly's channel. She was raving about this, and just after I bought this, Anastasia Beverly Hills came out with a similar product. It is a very slanted tip. So I had this one, I was like, I'm gonna try it, and I opened it up, and I have no idea how to use it. So this is gonna be like a serious experiment. I do like that it has a spoolie on one end, like my Brow Wiz, which is my holy grail. And I really need to clean up my brows, to be totally honest with you. Probably should have done that before I started playing around with brow products, but you know what? You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna go in with the pointed end, I guess, and I'm just going to define the bottom of my brow. And then I'm gonna take the wider part maybe do it pointed up. Maybe I'm using it wrong. I mean, that is always possible, and I'm so used to my Brow Wiz. Actually, I think the color isn't bad. Only having one done looks really weird. The thing that people say is this isn't as natural as the Brow Wiz, which I would agree with. So it's like, if you don't want that like natural brow and you want like ba-bam, but yeah, like I have this on and no other makeup. I feel like the Wicked Queen or something. Like I feel like, you know, like I'm chasing Cinderella with a, not Cinderella, I'm chasing Snow White with a poison apple or something. I feel evil. Brow does look good though. My brows are a little far apart, and I think this like emphasizes them because it's making them so dark. That's just kind of because I had a unibrow in high school and I tweezed them to death, and now, okay, now see, now I can't get the, I never have trouble getting the front of my brows even, and this is like, they're just, it's not getting even, and I feel really weird. I'm not saying it's a bad product. Even when I have the rest of my makeup on, I'll feel a little different about it. Okay, so today's brow product is the Maybelline New York Define a Brow in dark blonde. I don't think it comes any lighter unless they've changed it since I bought this. But I got this because it has the very fine point, kind of like my beloved Brow Wiz. It doesn't have a spoolie, but it has this little comb, which, yeah, I guess it works. It does do a pretty good job. It's a very fine point, so it's easier to control. Really hard to twist up though. I'm having a really hard time getting it to twist up. It wears down really quickly. Like, I'm not putting, I think, any more pressure on it than I do with my Brow Wiz, but it feels like I'm like, all right, I'm down to the nib and I have to twist it up again, like, quicker. For a drugstore product, which if you've watched any of my brow videos of any kind, you know I'm really hard on drugstore brow products. And this one, I think, is better than some of the other ones that I've seen. I don't really like the comb. I like a spoolie a little bit better, but I do like the fine tip of this. I'd say for a drugstore product, I'm pleasantly surprised. Okay, so today's brow pencil is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz. My holy grail. I do want to make a note about yesterday's Maybelline brow pencil, that while I was noticing it throughout the day, like, it did hold up pretty well. My brows did look really nice. I feel like application wise and formula wise, it could very easily be a dupe for the Brow Wiz. But the Brow Wiz, if you aren't familiar with it, you should be, because it's amazing. It has a spoolie on one end, which is always convenient. I love when they do that. And the other end is this very fine point, which is similar to the Maybelline. It's just a very, very fine point so that you can really kind of get in and get a very natural look with your brows. It's like not too dark, not too light. It's like Goldilocks. It's just right. To me, Just the best. Love it. Definitely the one to beat. Okay, so today's brow product is actually the Tarte Amazonian Colored Clay Tinted Brow Gel, and this is in the shade Taupe. I do know that this has gotten mixed reviews from people. I think it was Kathleen Lights actually put this on like one of her most disappointing products videos or something, and I agree with everything she said in the video. Like, her biggest issue was that this is not very pigmented, and I completely agree with that. But for those of you that have like very fair skin and that have very light hair, you lighten your hair and you don't want your eyebrows to be super dark, I love that this isn't heavily pigmented because it gives me more control and it gives me a chance to build up the color, because so many tinted brow gels, and I've actually done a whole video about this, but so many tinted brow gels either pull way too dark or they pull way too gold. I really, really like the fact that this is not heavily pigmented. I do usually use this in like, well, if I'm just having a casual day where I'm really not wearing much makeup at all, I'll throw this on by itself. But normally I would use this in connection with probably my Brow Wiz or a brow pencil. Like, I'd use that first and then I would use this just to kind of give it a little extra color boost and seal things in. But today I'm just going to use it by itself. See, it's just such a natural color. So I feel like if you have especially cool toned skin, you have lighter hair and lighter skin, and you want a brow product that isn't going to give you way too much color or pull too gold, I feel like this is definitely one that you need to check out. Okay, so today for brows, because the product I'm using has no color in it, I decided to throw on some Brow Wiz to give my brows a little bit more that. But today I'm going to use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. This will be hard for me to actually demonstrate because it's clear. It comes in like a mascara type container, and the smell reminds me of a hair salon, and I don't know exactly what the smell is. I don't think it's hairspray, but it's like, the smell is noticeable. You might like it, you might not, I don't know. For me, it has a very nostalgic thing, so I don't know what the smell actually is, but I mean, it's not gonna add color, but I feel like it doesn't look clumpy. It really holds them in place, but without being stiff or thick. I mean, you can't even really tell that I have it on, but it is gonna hold my brows in place all the time. So until I find another one, this is definitely my absolute favorite brow gel as of right now. Okay, so today's brow product is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Dip Brow Pomade in Taupe. It actually comes with this, I believe it came with this, a spoolie and brush. Pomades are not something I use on a daily basis. I love this one primarily because of the shade. The Anastasia Beverly Hills in Taupe, and I would say the Tarte in Taupe. Like, they're pretty much the only brow color products that really, I think, capture the color I'm looking for. I personally like the control of the pencil a little bit better, but I like having a pomade on hand. And sometimes I'll do both if I really need my brows to be dramatic and to last. It's definitely going to give you thicker, more dramatic brows, and I'm going to have to go in and clean that up. It's a great formula for pomades. I don't know if pomades are my first choice when it comes to brow products. That is what it looks like. Okay, so I apologize for the AC noise, but it is so hot in here, so I had to have it running. Today's brow product is the Milani Stay Put Brow Color in Natural Taupe. Actually comes with this brush similar to the Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's got like the brow brush on one side, spoolie on the other. This brush is giving me a really nice line. And I have to admit, I feel like a lot of control. And the color looks pretty natural, I gotta admit. I prefer like a more of an ash blonde, but it's not too dark. It's going on very natural. It's a lot of control. It's actually, I think it even has I have a little bit more control with this than the Anastasia. Although my Anastasia is older, the brow, dip brow is older, and I've used it more often, so really, really surprised how much I like this. Very natural look, not too brassy. I'm really liking this. Good job, Milani, with Okay, so today's brow product is going to be the Tarte Amazonian Clay Waterproof Brow Mousse, and this is in gray. I do almost wish I had tried it in taupe because the gray I think was a little bit better when I had my hair a little bit more of like a gray platinum color. Now that it's a little bit more of a natural blonde, gray sometimes is a little bit too cool toned, but I mean, I'm glad I have this because probably after I get married, I'm probably going to go back to a cooler toned color. But it also comes with this brush, which has this kind of wooden handle. It's very Tarte. It's got the spoolie and the brush. It's a little bit softer than yesterday's. I don't think it's as pigmented as the other, you know, pomade products that I've used. I've never actually dipped my face in water, so I don't know if it's waterproof, but I've never had a problem removing it. So, and I've never had a problem with it wearing off at all throughout the day. So I think I'm doing pretty well in brow products, but I have also weeded out a lot of brow products that I got rid of a while ago that were just terrible. So far, so good. Okay, so today's brow product is, again, one that you're probably not going to be able to see. So I'll just tell you kind of how it works. I use my Brow Wiz just to kind of give them a little bit of more definition, and I'm going to use the Milani Brow Shaping Clear Gel. It's going to kind of be hard for you to really see how well it works. It's going to be like the Anastasia brow gel, you know, got like a spoolie. It smells a little bit like the Anastasia, but not as strong a smell. It goes on nice. Feels a little bit wetter, I feel like, than the Anastasia did. I think it's nice to have a drugstore option. Okay, so my last brow product is actually something I just sort of picked up. I randomly was like walking through CVS and I was like, this looks interesting. It's the Maybelline Brow Drama Pomade Crayon. And I don't have anything like this, so I thought I would give it a try. It's kind of like, you know, like a lip crayon or something, but it's for the brows. And this shade is in, you know what? The shade is not on here. It was the lightest one that they had. Usually a little nervous with drugstore brow products, but I will put the shade below in the description box, so be sure you check that out. So I'm guessing this just goes on. Of course, the problem is it doesn't have a spoolie. And let's give this a try. First impression. Coloring wise, not bad. You have to have a separate spoolie, obviously, to kind of shape things and stuff, so that is kind of a pain. The point being new, you get some control, but once the point wears down, you're probably gonna have a little less control. I mean, I do think it's nice for something quick. Probably, especially if you have thinner brows, you'll definitely need to do some cleanup. For something like quick from the drugstore to just throw on if you need a quick brow pomade, I think I'll play around with this a little bit more. Maybe even in conjunction with the Maybelline brow pencil, like define with the pencil and then use the pomade over it. Maybe something to play around with. So always good to find a good drugstore product. And that was my brow collection. If you have a favorite brow product, one that I mentioned or one that I didn't mention, I would love to hear about it. Please leave it in the comment section below. I love product suggestions, and you guys give me such amazing product suggestions that I love to hear from you. My wallet doesn't love it, but I love to hear from you. If you found this video helpful, please give it a big thumbs up and be sure you subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I hope you join me next time. Hi everyone, I'm Sarah from Everyday Starlet. Welcome to my channel. Pardon my bare face-ness. I want to bring you this video. I'm very excited about it. I was actually contacted by this company that is My Makeup Brush Set, and they make, according to their website, I think they make dupes for a lot of popular makeup brushes, but they have a whole line of brushes that are supposed to be dupes for the Artiste brushes. So they actually sent me a set of 10 of these brushes that are supposed to be like the Artiste brushes, a lot less expensive, and I will give you all the details and everything. I will leave a link below so you guys can check these out in more detail, but I'm gonna test out all 10 of these brushes and see how they hold up to the Artiste brushes.